What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. JT over at Team FAS Motorsports, and today I'm going to show you guys how to install a tire on a beadlock wheel. One of my buddies cracked a rim, and it's Memorial Day weekend, so dropped it off at our shop this morning on his way to work and said, you know, can you mount it up for us? No problem. So I figured, I've mounted beadlocks, you know, when I had an issue in Glamis out in the middle of the sand dunes, you know, on and off in about 15 minutes. It's pretty simple, but sometimes, you know, people either don't have the time or, you know, they're just intimidated by it. So obviously we have no problem doing them, but it is super simple. You can do it by yourself, and you just need a few things. I haven't opened this yet, but you'll need just a ratchet or a hand ratchet with the socket that will fit your bolts all the way around, a torque wrench so that you can torque them. If some rims come with the valve stem installed, some don't, so you might need a valve stem and valve stem tool. So we'll go ahead and open this up. This is obviously a System 3 wheel. Okay, so when you get your beadlocks, they have these 4 bolts in them holding the ring to the wheel, and then it will come with an additional bag of hardware. Right here. So these all do have washers on them, and you know, they're just going to go around your edge. So first things first, you want to remove the 4 bolts that are holding the ring to the wheel. All right, so on these are 1/2 inch. So you just need your 1/2 inch socket. Okay, so these 4 bolts are your starter bolts. They are longer, so that will help you seat the ring once the tire's on. So you remove your ring. Now, before we get set up on this one, we'll go over to the tire machine. I'll show you guys how to dismount the tire from the other beadlock, and then we'll swap it over to this one. So show you guys quickly. On this wheel, customer cracked it right in here. So we're gonna go ahead and swap this over for him. One of the things you wanna do on this is obviously make sure all the air is out of it. So this one being cracked obviously has no air, but we'll take the valve stem out. I'm sorry, the Schrader valve out. Like that. Then you can assure there's absolutely no air in the tire. All right, so now that's off the inside bead. We'll go ahead and get the ring off and do the outside. And you really don't need a tire machine to do this. You could just pretty much 2 guys can pop this right off, but I'll go through the process. Okay, so now we have the old broken wheel off. As you can see, that's where it broke through right there. It's a pretty good crack. Okay, so first things first, this one did come with a valve stem, so we didn't need that. Take your valve core out. Next thing you want to do, just lube this up here quick. Now if you're obviously installing a tire on a rim that's been mounted before, this is obviously a brand new rim, you definitely want to take a rag, clean real nice all the way around this lip here, and as well as clean off your ring. That's a pretty important step. Make sure there's no dirt or anything that's just holding it up and from seating nice on the thing. So as you can see, these pretty much will just slide right down and fit into place just like that. So now we'll grab our ring, give it a quick wipe. We're going to set the ring here and just line up all the holes. Now you want to try to get this bead sitting, there's a lip in here, so you want it to sit nice and even all the way around. Then you'll take your starter bolts and we're just going to line these up. All right, and now we'll go ahead and get the rest of our bolts in here. Just get them in by hand for now. Now sometimes they get stubborn and you have to run these down to hold the ring in order to get these outside the other bolts in. But this one seems like it's no issue. Another thing too, when you're putting these in, by hand like this, you know that you're not cross-threading them by just running them in with a gun. So that's also a good way to do things. Okay, now like I said, sometimes you would have to mess with these and run them down, but on this, we haven't had an issue. So these get taken out and replaced with the hardware they give you that comes with the washer. So they do give you a couple extras here, which is nice. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start on these, tightening them, well, snug them, don't fully tighten them, all the way down in a crisscross pattern. So get one there. Then we'll just start moving around. Again, that's why we use a 1/4 inch drive, because this doesn't really have any of the power to get this fully locked down. So it's kind of what you want. Now we'll just go around, and we are going to torque these after this. So now that ring is fully on, we'll go ahead and get our torque gun, and then we're going to torque these all the way to 15 pounds. So make sure you're on the foot pounds. We'll go to 15. Okay, so starting just how we did in the beginning, I'm gonna go to each one. What's that? Come down across from that one. Okay, this one. And we'll keep going from there. Okay, so once you got those all at 15, now you're just going to go clockwise, make sure everyone is at 15. Okay, that's it. These are all at 15. It's all evenly spaced. Now you'll just, obviously you have your valve out. Go ahead and get this up here. Show you guys. We just got to get this bead to seat. Let's take our air. Valve stem's still out. Almost. There you go. Now we'll set these. I'm going to set this at about 20 for the customer, just to make sure everything seats nice and even, and then they can adjust it whatever their pressure is that they use. Okay, so once you got that done, you're going to reinstall your valve core. That's it. That's all there is to it. This one's mounted up and he's ready to hit the trails. All right, so that's it. Now you guys can install your own bead locks if you need to, or swap tires. It's not the end of the world. You could do it on the trail. You know, you could do it back at your cabin at camp if you guys are on a trip. Don't let it ruin your trip. You can definitely do it yourself. Again, torque wrench is handy. If you're in a bind where you're on vacation and you're gonna lose the rest of your day's riding, run them in by hand in the same pattern. You want that star pattern, that crisscross pattern. Run them in. You're going to get probably over 15 pounds of torque easily just by hand. So again, valve stem tool. If you don't have one, well, you can use some PB Blast or WD-40 around the rubber, and you can pull this through with you know, a pair of pliers or a wrench if you had to. Those are pretty much the only things. And then other than that, you need a ½ inch on these System 3s. On other wheels might be a different size, but simple socket. To get the inside bead off, you don't have a tire machine, you're away, not a big deal. Take a 2x4, run up on it, you know, run on the tire with another buggy, or even, you know, you can use a pickup truck. You know, we've done it a bunch of different ways. It's only the one bead, you don't have to pop both beads. It's not a big deal. It can be done. I've seen it done a million times. We've done it ourselves out on the trail, back at camp, etc. So if you found the video useful, go ahead and drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment. If you're looking for any of these parts, we sell over 750 aftermarket brands, teamfasmotorsports.com. Check out our merch. I'll drop a link below, as well as all of our affiliate links. Greatly helps us. And we appreciate all the support, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.